Alrighty guys, well this is what we're working on today. I've got a 2021 Cat 289D skid steer. This is the one here at the house. This is going to be the first service on this skid steer. I took in last night, I went ahead and I greased it all up, and been a while since we greased it. I got to get some hydraulic oil in it as well, and I noticed that it has come up on the first service because, like I said, we've had it for a pretty good while now, but we don't put too many terrible hours on this thing. But as you can see, like I said, oh, she's good and black for the first service. So like I said, I just want to go ahead and get it changed out and get it ready, because we got a bunch of land clearing jobs to come up, a bunch of mowing's got to be done with it. So I just want to go ahead and make a quick little video on doing a service on this 299 Cat skid steer. D3 is what this is. The oil filter's over here on the side. A hydraulic filter, it's not due for 500 hours, but the air filter, I do got a new one of them, got a new inner filter, and we're probably going to change the final drives as well. And then here in the back, this is the oil I use when it comes to cat machines. I use this engine calls for the 10W30 weight, so that's what we're going to put on there. Got some antifreeze there, and then finally picked up the radiator for the Zuzu. It's been leaking antifreeze, so we're gonna put a brand new radiator in there, and that for just that radiator was like 800 bucks. I tried to source it from somewhere else, but the radiator that I got from somewhere else was not exactly the right fit, and I want it to be right. So that's what that there is going to. And I finally got the sensors for the axles, sensors for the axles on the temp sensor for the axles on the big crane truck. So yeah. So here's the whole box of stuff I got here. Here's our inner filter. There's our outer filter. Here's the gear oil. Here's our fuel filter, and here is our little bitty there's fuel filter, and it's our little bitty oil filter. There's the number right there. It's a 377-6969, and our fuel filter here is a 514-6956. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that. And then I got another little vent tube here, a little vent filter, so I've got to put that on there as well. So let me go ahead and get this oil filter off here and start putting some more oil on this thing. So let's see if we can get y'all set up here, figure out a way to get everything set up here. So I always just set my drain plug right there, and when I get ready to put the drain plug back in, I want to make sure I go ahead and put it directly in there, and I snug it down. I don't want to take no chances of forgetting about it. So that's why I usually, when I put it in there, and then I go ahead and tighten it right up now. Got that tight. I'm gonna show you guys down here. If you ever get a bunch of water or something in your fuel tank, here's a drain plug right here. You can just take that drain right there out. The best thing would be to do is kind of tilt the machine up like that, maybe drive it up on a log or something, or some blocks, and take this here out, and it'll drain out the water if you have anything in there. And like I said, here's the drain plug right up there, and then all you gotta do is just put your inspection plate on there. You can see there, we don't even use this machine that much in the dirt, but you can see there how that dust and all that shit there gets clogged up in there. I had to dig all that stuff there out. I still got to raise the cab up on this and clean out the also got to raise the cab up, and I got to clean out underneath that, blow all that stuff there out. But I found all these plugs, like here's a cap here, and Here's another cap, and then here's a little piece to a wire. I guess whenever Cat and us put them together at the factory, I guess they just said hell with it, and whatever hoses is laying around, or if there's a cap or something like that on there, I guess they just throw it in the bottom of the machine. I don't know. But that's all the shit I found down inside there. So there's all this, there's all that. I know this much thing, it makes them, with the oil filter and stuff on the side here, it makes it a whole lot easier. As you can see, there's the filter straight back there. I don't know if you can see it that good. And then here's your fuel filter right here. I'll take some starting fluid or some price starting fluid or something like that. I'll spray all that dirt off of that. And just make sure that you unhook this wire here when you get ready to take it off. And you can just twist it right off of there. Don't look too terribly dirty in there. It's a little bit of mixture in there because sometimes we put regular diesel and then we put off-road diesel in there. The only filter that I see I did not get was there's a filter right up here on top. And it's almost like that filter there is for like kind of like a ventilation filter for the, you know, the blow-by maybe. But they didn't give me in that one there, and I looked in there and it just says change, you know, frequently every like 100 hours or 500 hours or something like that's what it said in the book on that one, because I ain't never changed one of those before. I've always just changed, you know, the hydraulic, the oil, and the fuel and stuff like that there. But we got to jack up the cab to also got to jack up the cab so we can blow it air, because with these forestry mower, you know, these forestry mowers here, they absolutely get a bunch of stuff down inside of them. Let me get y'all set up here so you can see what's going on. I'll get my pliers here. There's going to be some oil that leaks out from the filter, but it shouldn't be too terribly bad, because I've been letting it drain. It's been sitting here for 2 days now, so whatever little bit of oil that was in the filter there, it should be down inside there. That's one thing I like about it when it comes from the factory. I ain't got to worry about somebody else tightening the fucking filter down 500 tons. You can see there, it all leaked down in there. I ain't even spill a drop. There's the oil filter there, 3776969. That's what I put on there. So we'll set this over in the, we'll set this over here for now, and that'll go inside the drain bucket. You don't have to worry about putting no oil inside this filter here, because it's going to be going on there sideways. So most of the time I always put oil in my filters, but when they're like this on the side, you don't have to really don't have to worry about them that much. So what I still do is I will put a little bit of oil around the ring there, so I'll get a little bit of this oil that's in the bucket there, and I'll just kind of go around, probably kind of go around just like this right here. Get a little oil on that, and we'll screw it right back down inside here. So we got that there. There's that filter. There's this filter. Like I said, you ain't got to write the dates on the filters if you don't want to, but that's just something that I do after I get them all on there, just like these here. That's what I'm going to wind up doing. I'm going to wind up putting dates on them. I'll reach right in there and I'll put a date on that one there, and then I'll put the hours on it as well. We bought the machine, like I said, brand new, and they gave us all these filters. They send it in a box. So for your first service, they usually send everything to it. So go ahead and slide these new ones. They look, like I said, they're brand. There's that one. There's that one. You can write on the inner filter if you want. I usually don't, just for the simple fact that because I usually, when I change, all kinds of leaves in there. Always try to clean that. You can see, I don't know if you can, all the dirt comes out of there. So I try to get that cleaned out. I'll go grab a marker real quick and I'll write on these filters. So we got it full of fuel here. Slide right back up in place. And that's really basically about all you gotta do. I like to get mine a little bit tighter, but once it bottoms out, that's it. It's done. That's all you gotta do. Hook your little line back up there, just like that. Take your starting fluid, clean all that diesel fuel off there if you don't. When you go to put your numbers on there, they ain't gonna stick. Ours is 140. The date is 8/6/23. I put the date on there and then I wrote on there back to school because today was the day the kids went back to school. Alrighty, got that there done. We'll put the cover back on this. Alrighty, there she is. I'll turn the master switch back on, and I'm going to get in here and we're going to fire it up and recheck the oil. So we got it. Alright, so just get it level and then just pop that there off. And like I said, you can see there, make sure you get this straight up and down like that, so when you drain it out, all of it runs out like that. And then I got these little buckets here. That gear oil is always the stinkiest shit ever. If there's anything I hate smelling more than anything, and that's damn gear oil. He only gave me a quart, so hopefully a quart's all it takes. Should be. But man, it stinks. Man. Like I said, there's one thing I, like I said, hate more than anything. That's gear oil. How did I know the wind was going to do that? I'm assuming you probably could just flush it out, you know, to squirt some new up inside there, but as long as you get the majority of it out till it stops running, you'll be just fine. I got a little bit of metal on there. As you can see there, it shouldn't be that much metal. Really shouldn't be no metal in there really, but we'll take and clean that right there all off real good, and we'll see about what that looks like. Clean like I said, clean the end of it off here. You can see there's a little bit of metal on the end of it there, but that could be, I mean, that's pretty normal for something. But I mean, it really should have none on there, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'll call them and ask them. Say, hey, I got this, you know. Well, if you don't drop it either, just like I got a Cat 299 skid steer, you know, I got a little bit of metal shavings on my piece there, on my metal magnet there. Hopefully it's just something normal. So just get it cleaned all up with a little bit of starting fluid. Probably making a mess now, ain't it? Yeah. Getting all over the tracks, like I said. This basically there's just a tad bit still coming out of there. Like I said, you're not going to get it all out anyways. Like I said, barely dripping there now. So we'll go ahead and stick that back in there. Get that tightened up. Okay. Got that. Yeah. There's actually a little bit of metal on that one too. Okay, so what we do now is once we get it like that there, we're going to fire it up and we're going to get it even with the side here, just like this. And then once we get it even, we'll fill it all the way up until it starts to run out again. So let's pull it up just a little bit. even though I went a little bit past it, that's okay, because I know that all it takes is just that one little quart bottle. That's all it takes. So I know that, like I said, I know that all I gotta do is fill it back up with that quart jug, and you got it. And like I said, I just cut the end of it off and just start pouring her in there. And like I said, it'll start going on down. You can look down inside there and you'll see it. It'll start going on down in there. Be careful, you'll do like me, you'll spill it everywhere. Alright, so that it's going on down now. It didn't take quite all of it. It took almost all of it, besides what I spilled on the ground there. But it'll take it a second. It'll take it a second to get back through all the little crevices that it gets down inside there. So if you look down inside there, you got like me, you got just a little bit of it angled too much. Just kind of look down inside there and you'll see that it's down a little bit low. So mine is basically about right here's where you want it to be, straight across there. Mine's up just a little bit, and my oil line is basically, if you can see down inside there, my oil line down inside there is about right there. I can see it down in there, and it's a little bit below. And then like I said, it's about right there. So I know that I'm good on that now. So that's all you have to be worried about. As long as you got it just a little bit below. If you got it too much of an angle, you'll be just fine. Like I said, don't try to overfill it too much, because it has to have some kind of room in there to move around. You know, you can't fill it all the way to the top. Oh, my battery died. I had to switch it out. Anyways, like I said, just keep it as close as level as you can, and like I said, you'll be just fine. I know I got mine up a little bit of an angle, which I seen it when I put it in there. The oil, it come down and it leveled out to about right in here. So I know I'm fine on that. I'm going to clean my mess up, and then, like I said, just do the same exact thing on the other side, and you shouldn't have no problems. You shouldn't have no problems with it. Like I said, this has just got a bunch of grease. I was back there working the other day in the weeds, and I didn't even see it. There was a 5-gallon bucket of half grease, and I ran it over, and it got in the damn tracks, and it just made a mess of itself. But always try to grease these 2 pins up here and grease these 2 pins up here. That's why I got that. You got your pin here. The pin for this one here is going to be down there, and then up inside here you got another pin for this bar that goes back and forth to the top. This bar right here that comes down, it has a grease fitting on it as well, and the grease fitting on it is down underneath this red bar. You got that one there, you got that one there, and same thing on the other side here. Don't forget, like I said, grease as best you can. But I try to always keep these greased, because if you ever had to change this, something had to take this shirt off and somehow get in there and change it, it would actually be a nightmare, because that pin goes all the way through there. So make sure you keep them greased. This final drive on this side here is perfect for if we was going to fill it, but we got to take the oil out of it first. So I'm going to drive it forward and get it down here on the bottom, and I'm going to change this one exactly the same side as before, and we'll basically have this job here done. I need to raise the cab up, and I need to blow out underneath the cab as well. I might do that too while I got a free minute. But I do got a chipper truck that I need to change the radiator in. I got it in the back of my truck there, and they did call me on the injection pump on this chipper here today. The injection pump should be, I want to say he was telling me it should be done by Friday. Hopefully, we'll see if we get the injection pump on it by Friday. We're going to switch this chipper out, and I also have another chipper that I have to also have another chipper exactly like that one there, 4-cylinder, that I got to put a front cover, fix the front cover gasket, and I'm trying to think of what else. It needs quite a bit of work. I've worked on the chipper before for the guy, so lots of stuff coming up. So let me go ahead in a second. I'll get this cab raised up, and we'll blow the air filter out. We'll blow underneath the cab out. All right, so it's I had to go pick up a chipper truck, so I didn't get a chance to get everything I wanted to get done on this. I did raise the cab up, and I blew all that stuff there off, but I got some that's a little bit low on hydraulic oil, so we're gonna go ahead and put some hydraulic oil on that. I need to get me another one of them pumpers to where I can just pump it. I've got one in there in the shop, but I got gear oil in it right now, so. And like I said, there's a little bitty gauge down here. It tells you like black. I mean, not black. It tells you red, green, and red again if you got too much in it. So we're just gonna take and pour a little bit down inside here and see if we can't get it to. See about where we can get it at. And like I said, that gauge there, I don't know if y'all can see it or not. I'm trying to hold it here and see it, but there's a gauge right there's that gauge. And like I said, you can see it starting to go on up now. It's almost to the green. We're going to keep filling it on up. And once it gets to about straight up and down from where the camera is now, we should be good to go. So we're going to take and try and hold the bucket here because I don't want that so much to fall over and be hydraulic oil everywhere. So we'll just keep filling it on up here. Almost. It don't have a leak nowhere, but it just seems like every time we run that mower, it seems like it always gets, it always loses them in the mower. But the mower don't. I mean, it's got a little bit of a leak, but it ain't nothing that would be, I would think, causing it to do what, causing it to do that. So. They're good to go. As you can see now, it's in the green zone, so we're good to go there. This is the oil that you put, so 75 140 weight gear oil, so that's what you put in the final drives. And like I said, I got this final drive here. I'm gonna clean that little bit of oil there up, but like I said, I got this one level, so we're good to go on that. If you ever want to take and jack up the cab on this, I know I didn't show y'all, but just take this bolt here out and then pick up on it, and the cab will go straight up in the air. I did change that filter there. I showed y'all that filter there. Everything's been greased up really good. And that should do it for this service on this Cat 299 skid steer. So, oh, gotta shut this back down. Just shut this here. Almost forgot. Shut this back down. Make sure you just push this back down. I was using this to clean all the sticks and stuff out of here. And it just got this little piece right here. You just pull it down right there. So there we go. Got that there all done. Go ahead and shut this back up. So, all right. That should do her. Thanks again, guys, for watching.